Now today we're going to be looking at the NOC Sport Green playing cards. These playing cards are one of my absolute favorite decks that NOC has ever put out. I know it's one of their older decks, but in all fairness, it's my favorite color, obviously. As you can see right now, one of my favorite all-time colors, well, is my all-time favorite color, and now one of my all-time favorite decks. So if you want to check out this review on how much I like these cards and why I like these cards, you should check it out by subscribing, ringing the bell, giving this video a thumbs up, drop down what your favorite deck is down in the comments, and let's get into it right now. Now, as I just said before, these are the Sport Green NOCs. These NOCs are absolutely beautiful, and they're not just like, they don't have the same box design as the rest of them do, which I love these. These come in both this neon green and pink, which this neon green happens to be my favorite color, which is why my logo is that color. So let's get into this review. So it has these three boxes that actually go all the way around the design of the tuck box, and these dots that do as well, going in this more diagonal fashion, either that way or this way, whichever way you look at it. It says NOC right here. It says NOC Sport inside of the C, and that goes all the way around with nothing else on it, which is a really cool design, pretty simplistic, but still looks good. On the underneath side, if I can flip it the right way, it just talks about the USPCC and House of Playing Cards, and then the top is just a continuation of the dots, and the inside flap and flaps are the same as well. Now let's get into the playing cards. Get rid of that. And the playing cards themselves happen to be my favorite color as well, and they are marked for suit. Now if you want to know how to read the markings, I will leave a link to a video right there in which I teach you how to read the markings of NOC playing cards. Now, as you can see, absolutely beautiful deck, and let's get into what all of them look like. Now, they are a bit out of order. I have already messed around with them quite a bit, so let's get into what they look like. They did come in a standard order. You have standard, all of your cards are standard. They come in a standard order. Everything's normal. But only thing you're going to see different is, well, of course, you're going to have your NOC Jokers, which are the star, Joker, and the line at the top. You're also going to have a pink card, double backer, which is the NOC Sport Pink edition. So now if you buy the other deck, you can do a changing, you can change one card and then change the whole deck. If you do a deck switch, there's so many applications to using this pink card. You have your other Joker right here. You also have a blank card, which is also great for magic effects. And then you have your standard Ace of Spades for NOC playing cards, which is standard premium quality House of Playing Cards. Absolutely beautiful. And that's it for the faces. Now for the stock, it's printed on the same stock that all the rest of the NOCs are, so no surprise there. Everything else is standard in that. Still handles beautifully. If you're wondering if it's for cardists or magicians, we'll get into that in a second after we see how it pharaohs. So first, let's go pharaohing from, I'm going to say top to bottom first. Yeah, we'll go top to bottom. So top to bottom, obviously, works fantastic. And Fanny works fantastic. Another great application, wow, that was a bad voice crack. Another great application to this deck is if you are making videos, you can actually use these cards as a green screen. So that would be something kind of cool, just kind of like the Z deck from December Boys. I will leave them down in the description as well, so you guys can check out their channel. They also teach sleight of hand, but you can use this as a green screen like they did in their deck. Also, from bottom to top, you guys probably want to see. Z deck also, in my opinion, is one of my all-time favorite decks. I don't own it, but if you guys want, if someone wants to send it to me, that'd be fantastic. Bottom to top works beautifully. Also, shout out to December Boys. I've never actually chatted with them, but if you guys want to do anything, let me know. Guys, try to get in contact with them if you guys would like to see that collab. If you ever want to see me collab with anybody, just, of course, let me know who you want, and I'll reach out to them. But that doesn't always work if they're too big, so you guys can also just spam the comments. Alrighty, So who is this deck made for? It's obviously made for magicians, coming with the different cards with the blank and the pink double backer, and everything being standard, which will make it easy for spectators to recognize. So that is easily for magicians, and especially because you have duplicate jokers and you can read the backs to know what suit it is, which works for so many tricks. My favorite one, I don't think I've come out with yet, but basically you can show the spectator that you can read their pulse, which is a really fun effect. So I will eventually be teaching that trick here on the channel, which I've actually convinced people that I could read their pulse. It was absolutely insane. But besides that, cardists, I'm not sure how cardists would feel about it. I've never seen cardists use NOCs before because they're so simple that there's not really a ton of flashiness you could do with them. But hey, if you're a cardist and you like these NOCs, let me know down in the comments so I can be in line with that. Besides that, for collectors, no. They're cool cards unless you're like building a NOC deck collection. You're not going to be one of those people that like has all the fancy cards and then they're simple. They're beautiful, but they're simple. So it's probably not one that you're going to have in your collection if you're just a collector of really cool cards. Well, they're cool, but just not fancy. So if you like cool decks and just like all the up and coming decks, this is a deck for you. If you're one that likes more rare decks, this is probably not for you. Also, alongside that, gameplay is going to be just fine because everything looks normal. So if you guys want this deck, check out the description. And also down in the description, I've left a rare playing cards link. You can check that out and get 15% off your order using code cardperfectmagician. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Make sure to subscribe, ring the bell, and give this video a thumbs up. This is Card Perfect, signing off.